Hello, all you outstanding people. Yeah, some of life is just so weird. Sometimes you have the ups and sometimes you have the downs, you know? Person that never knows what could happen in life, good or bad. Oh, Dave, you're on here already? Oh, my goodness gracious. Should I go fly around for a while or something? Should I go fly? I wonder if I should fly. I'm not flying right now. I'm on the ground. Or should I stay grounded tonight? Ground or fly? Ground or fly? I just wonder. I don't know. Okay. There you go. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, this stuff here is an outstanding dash. I mean, batch. This has been an outstanding batch. Sometimes you get good batches. Sometimes you get bad. Yeah, just takes one and. Okay. Gone. Now it's time to. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now it's time to swallow and. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just. It's just weird. This far, there's no snow in Minnesota. It's supposed to be like rain and snow on Christmas Day. I don't know, I was thinking, what can I do? Should I do videos on Christmas Eve or day without snow? That'd be an idea. I don't know. But I'm not going to do it during freezing rain. You can forget that because when you have freezing rain in Minnesota, you slide around and all that. It's like a skating rink when it's freezing rain. And you got rear-wheel drive, it's worse. I mean, even the Buick with the front-wheel drive will slide around. Even four-wheel drive will slide around in some days. Yeah, I've seen four-wheel drives in ditches where they can't get out. Yeah, I suppose. Wait patiently. Yeah. Oh, I've just, yeah, it's just so weird. It's just so weird. Yeah, that's the trouble. Like in Minnesota, when a person like rents a garage from people these days, they just charge lots of money. And even when a person like parks in some towns, like parking a shared, the time change affecting you. Well, I don't know. It's just weird things do happen from time to time. Sometimes a person parks their vehicle, they might have to share it with some people that might bang your vehicle. That's the trouble. And when you try to find a rented garage, okay, someplace they charge big money. And even when you rent parking lots, let's assume a person rents a parking lot inside a parking ramp. Okay, when a person rents them inside a parking ramp, they'll charge $150, $200 probably a month in Minnesota or more, depending on where you are. And what I've heard from a friend of mine, in parking ramps in Minneapolis these days, there's a lot of gangs running around inside causing problems. It's sad. People want to park in parking ramps, and there's these gangs that want to. No, not really yet, but it'll probably eventually happen. Unfortunately, when the vehicle is always outside, and stuff like that. It's the way it is. What can a person do? When it's outside. I mean, the car was outside before that too, because when I looked around the vehicle, there's like dings on like top of the hood, because I think when they park their vehicles, sometimes in North Dakota, they get these probably dust storms on the rural areas where like rocks will skip or whatever. You can't help that. Because in North Dakota they have a lot of little rocks and stuff like that, or little twigs from. It's mostly flatland in North Dakota, as I recall. There's not many trees in North Dakota, but there's a lot of rocks and stuff that could skip if the wind is really blowing hard. Yeah, stuff like that. Things can happen. It's just weird things happen. Just like by Park Avenue that time when I was parking under a tree one time when I had this weird storm. A little nub from the tree hit right on the crack of a windshield. You saw that crack, right, in previous videos. The crack expanded, hit right smack on the crack, like let's say a little nub on a tree, hit right on the crack, and it split right on the crack. Vandal didn't do it because if a vandal did it, vandals will have to hit it many times, and it's hard to hit it square on. But the weirdest thing is the storm hit it square on. It was weird. I mean, just weird as I can't explain. It's just weird. It's just the weirdest thing. So I guess mostly I'll just have to enjoy driving in unless I find some lady out there with a nice house or whatever. But it won't be easy to do. But yeah, because I know a lot of it's you say you look around for who you date and stuff. When you're around my age, a lot of the people that are available, they've been through the ringer. They've been through the ringer. Ladies and men too. They've been through several divorces. They've been through several troubles with the law. They have relatives that'll bug you all the time. Hey there, Gramps, why don't you effing shut up? Shut up, or whatever. Yeah, you get a lot of that. I've seen that. I've seen that personally years ago where older people, especially when they're steps and stuff, they get treated crappy. Even when they were together for years, a step is like an outsider. Not in all cases. In some cases, I'm sure it's great. In some cases, I'm sure, but a lot of cases I've seen, it's a lot of battles and stuff like that. It's just so weird. Yeah. The trouble is, a lot of the younger ladies too, as I see it, or a lot of guys too, in another form, the young people, sometimes they'll try to find these rich people, and a lot of the rich people, that are available, they'll look for the younger people and pay a lot for it. For example, there's a lady named Madonna. We all know Madonna, the singer, right? Right now, she's dating some guy that's I think 23 years old. She pays everything for this guy. I mean, he's even younger than her daughter, Lourdes. And if I was Lourdes's age, I saw Madonna's daughter. She doesn't appeal to me exactly. I mean, I've seen a lot of ladies to me look better than Madonna and her daughter, but yeah, but yeah, that Madonna can do what she wants with social media and gets away with murder, and us, we do the same stuff. They'd put us behind bars and say, well, that's too bad for you. But I'll check. Okay. Okay. 96. 27 years, looks like 27 years old. Yeah. October 14th, 1996. That's the same birthday as mine. That's weird. 1986. She's 27 years old. Madonna's dating some guy that's 23 right now. And, she's paying for everything, of course. Yeah. I mean, I've seen the guy she's dating. I mean, believe me, he looks better than most guys out there, of course. She's not going to, for example, date some guy that's built like a blimp or anything. No. I mean, I've known some blimps. she wouldn't date me, Dave. Are you kidding? Lourdes dates only rich guys, too, I'm sure. They're not going to date poor Dave. Dave, I think you've been on the gummy for too long, like me. You've been on that gummy for too long, like I have. No, seriously, the celebrities, we're outsiders to the celebrities. We're the outsiders. We're outsiders. I just yeah, there you go. Yeah, I just saying though that yeah, no, there's it I've just seen it, when I go on the X and read all that stuff, Madonna does a lot of weird stuff. If we did the same weird stuff she did, for example, I'm not going to say what it is, we'd be in trouble. We would be. But see, we're us. Celebrities are them. Celebrities are privileged. We are not. That's the way it goes in life. That's the way it goes. Yeah. I'm, let's see, there's 3 people. Thank you very much. There's 3 people in the crowd tonight. Cool. That's great. Yeah, that's great having 3 people in the chat. I'm so happy. I even you alone is fine, Dave. It doesn't matter. See, that's the trouble with too many people on social media is they always think you're supposed to get about I don't know 50, 100 people. Most people they're not going to get that. Let's see. Yeah, I think she probably has. I know. I know. Carmen Electra married Dennis Rodman. I don't know Carmen Electra did. Carmen Electra is weird as Madonna in my opinion, but she's kind of weird herself in my opinion, but not as weird as Madonna. No. Yeah, there's a book out there. It's a real old book. If you ever pick it up at a used book thing in the library, sometimes it's Madonna Unauthorized by Christopher Anderson. Oh, geez. You should see all the weird stuff in there. I mean, it's not as weird as you see now on social media, but I mean, before the social media, they had the unauthorized books on the celebrities. And the unauthorized books, except for Kitty Kelly's books, they're garbage. And Kitty Kelly wrote on Frank Sinatra and Nancy Reagan, that was proven it was a bunch of, bullshit. That was proven. That's a bullshit book. So you want to skip Kitty Kelly. But yeah, Christopher Anderson's books, he wrote on people, man. I mean, gets us information and stuff like that. You can get it sometimes in the thrift shop bookstores and stuff if a person digs around, Yeah. Oh, yes, Big B. You're right. Yeah, 20 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Well, welcome, Big B. Yeah, welcome. Yeah. Yeah. I've been. Let's see. Yeah. Now I'm getting happy and kind of going on in the space cadet area. I'm a space cadet. I'm a space cadet. That's what I am. I am a space cadet. Yes, I am. I'm a space cadet tonight. I'm flying high in the sky. I am a space cadet. Yes, I am. Yeah, there we go. Hello, baby. And that's the Big Bopper, of course. You know that. I don't know if you've heard of the 50s, but Daily Lady's got a pretty face. Yeah, I used to know that song a lot better, and I practiced it, but I forgot over the years, and I lost a lot of my voice. But I used to try to practice that perfectly, and stuff like that. Yeah, nice to do all those voice imitations, but too much cigarette smoking, and when you're older, you lose your voice in a lot of ways. That's why a lot of your singers, you got to give credit to a lot of singers from the bands from way back that we like. Let's all be. I only watch if they're all the original lineup myself, unless if the drummer's dead or something, or the guitarist is dead and have their son or daughter replace them, for example. Okay, yeah, you got to give them credit. You can, if they don't use auto tune or voice. Let's see, was it auto tune and voice? It's something that goofs up makes the voice perfect. Yeah. Lip sync and auto tune. That's right. As long as the celebrities don't lip sync and auto tune, I mean, if they even try and sound half bad, to me, that's fine. I'll even pay for it if they give it a try and sound bad. That's cool because they lose their voice and can't help it. But as long as they have all the original lineup, unless they replace them with their sons and daughters, or if some drummer or guitarist is good, okay, but usually I like the original lineups myself in the music world. That's the way I am. Yeah, that's the way I am. Like I say, nowadays, as you notice, they don't have one-hit wonders for music anymore because they have so many one-hit wonders out there. It's not even funny. You could have a yeah. I bet there's more one-hit wonders this year than probably over half of the people in the 1970s. I'd say because like I know I've said it in previous videos, but oh yeah, they'll have like younger people sing. Okay, this pretty lady sings real well. All of a sudden, replaced by another pretty lady who sings. Replaced by some lady who likes to put earrings all over the place and wears eyeshadow by her lips or some weird thing, you know. Yeah, and of course he did the lip sync and stuff like that. Well, so you have one now. Whoever stopped by, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I always appreciate all my Wild Horse fans that come and go. Sometimes I bore people to death. That's fine. And sometimes I'm a boring guy. Who cares? Life is beautiful. Life is great. Life is grand. Oh, life is so wonderful. Yes, it is. I don't. I wouldn't care if I was talking to myself and answering myself. It don't matter because I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Because you got to remember, out there's wars out there that people are dying, children are starving. You know, a lot of that in this world. There's people that have bad water. There's people that live in shacks with full of bugs, and here's people like us that we probably know a lot of rich people who their parents like give them money. They do a lot of complaining too. There's people like that out there. Yeah, there's people like that out there too. It's just so weird. So weird. Yeah. So weird. Yeah. So weird. Huh? So weird. Yes, sir. So weird. Yeah, that's right. So weird. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you, I just oh, yeah, I am yeah, it's just weird sometimes too that sometimes I check around media of people of my past life and you find out some people like who died that are like younger than I am, and some have lived in like richer lives who can afford more things, and all of a sudden they die before people like us. It's so weird. Sometimes it's just weird, you know. Yeah, it's so weird out there. Yeah, yeah, and we bitch all the time. I mean, I do a lot of bitching about stuff. I mean, some people say I'm a Mr. Bitch. Some people call me Mr. Bitch, but that's fine. But anyway, yeah, yeah, we just don't realize there's like children out there that gets all kinds of bad diseases and stuff like that, and die. And here's us as adults, we do constant bitching. Yeah, I mean, I got a vehicle myself. It's paid for and runs fine. And yeah, there's people around the world. I mean, most people don't even own vehicles. I mean, that's something to think about. People don't think about that. People just don't think about things like that. Oh yeah. Welcome to the room, second person, whoever you are. Welcome. And who knows how many people? There's that. Third person. One, two, three. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that Google persons thing is accurate. You know, I mean, your phone died. Yeah, that's phones for you. Sometimes phones like this die too. $350 phone, and sometimes it slow as a turtle. Well, we're ready to throw it, but if you throw it outside with our luck, law enforcement will catch us and fine us for littering, plus ruining phones like that. They probably charge extra in court on us. So yeah, that's how the court systems work. That's how the court systems work. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Let's see. For something, I can find it. Sometimes. Where's that? Oh, wait. Thinking. See, right here. Yeah, losing my brains. See. Shit on a stick. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Trying to find something. Oh, wait, there it is. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Ah. Well, I don't have the Gas Buddy sheet, but let's see. Well, there's my, I don't know if you can see that. It's backwards. Okay. Yeah, my logbook for the Grand Marquis. I got from 17 to 26 miles to the gallon. Yeah. 17 to 26 miles to the gallon. Yeah, I lost that sheet someplace. Sometimes I do the Gas Buddy. Yeah, I've been kind of trying to keep track with my logs and stuff. Yeah, it does best when you go straight ahead on a road with cruise control, as long as you don't climb steep hills, and as long as you don't gun it about 110 miles an hour, because then I'll lose a lot of gas, plus I get in trouble too. Yeah. Yeah, that's the trouble too, is city driving is kind of hard, but it's the way it goes. Yeah. Yeah, and vehicles like that are cheapest when gas prices are high, but since gas prices go down a little bit, go up a little bit, as the saying goes, because they judge by gas prices. But in Minnesota, those four-wheel drives, and okay, let's say if the Park Avenue was a 2003, the Park Avenue would have been worth more money. The Park Avenue would have been worth more money because that's front-wheel drive. You can excuse me, you can go through snow like nobody's business with a Park Avenue. You never get stuck in that car. You could have snow deep and you yeah, not with the Grand Marquis. No way. Nope. Can't with rear-wheel drive. So when I drive, I'll have to drive like a turtle on the snow. But as far as there's no snow, but I think the snow will be dumping probably around January and February. I think the end of January and the beginning of February, I think the snow's going to just dump. I have a feeling that we're going to have some dumpy snow. At least on the southern half of the state, it doesn't snow as much as the central part. The central part, the snow is just deep. You go to the northern part, out by International Falls, snow is really deep. Very deep. Yeah. Down here, it doesn't snow nearly as much. And the temperature's like usually in the winter, about 5 degrees warmer, and the wind is slightly less. It's just weird. It makes a big difference when you're like me. You live in the state of Minnesota like all your life. You could kind of tell the difference. I mean, if you're from the South, like yourself, Dave, and some other people, you couldn't tell the difference because you're not used to it, but I am. But if I was, say, living down south, between the north and south Texas, you probably obviously could tell the big difference because the north part of Texas, it's a lot cooler than the south part. Yeah, of course, there's a big state like that. It'd take about, what, 2 days to go from north to south, at least 2 days. Continuous driving, and only make sure you don't eat too much, because you eat too much, you might have to use the restroom. You got to be careful of the rest stops too. Well, Minnesota with the rest stops, they usually have somebody there watching it, and of course they have security cameras. But I'm sure for rest stops, they don't have those security cameras in every state, though. I'm sure they don't have them in every state, because some states and some cities and counties, they don't have that. Of course, it's all up to the states and cities if they want them or not. I'm not a person that'll tell a state what to do, because let's say if I tell the state of Montana what to do and I go visit Montana, I say, oh, hey, yeah, people in Montana, they'll go crazy on you. That's what my mother used to say when she was born in Montana and went there a couple of times. She says, you got to be careful of those people in Montana. She says, hey, you got bad tempers out there, especially out in the ranch country. Yeah, don't step on their land unless, if your car breaks down, and in ranch country, better stay on the road in your vehicle. Don't go on the ranch land. Don't want to go on there without the ranch person there. Yes, they say in Montana, because I've been in Montana in ranch country. Yeah, it's just wild. We're very wild. Yeah. Yeah, it's another thing. If ever, yeah. Say, wait a minute. Today is Friday. Oh yeah, Saturday is Auto America Day, which I usually don't win. I've been on a losing streak lately, and now it's what was it for cash option? Now I think it's like 1 point. No, I didn't win the lotto. If I won the lotto, I'd be moving around right now. And of course, when you take the cash option, let's assume like $1 million or something like that, I'd still be frugal. You know. Yeah, I could do that, Big B. I suppose I could do that. Yeah, but then what I do, see, for me, I'll just get used to driving too. Just drive very slow if I can, drive very slow and watch for other vehicles. Because I know with a rear wheel, because I used to have rear wheel drives that got stuck a lot worse than Grand Marquis. At least the Grand Marquis, I got traction control. When I have traction control, it does that. I'll have to do a video on that sometime. If there's snow, I'm going to try the traction control and show everybody. But right now, there's no snow to try it on. But yeah, yeah, that's true. Not everybody does watch for you. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of idiots out there, especially. It doesn't matter if it's front wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. Doesn't matter if it's a truck or a van. Or there's this one time when I was looking for another place to live while I was in Wadena. I was like driving from Wadena to Anoka. I was looking at a place to live. There was like 3 people that died. There's like, oh boy, I think at least 15, 20 people on the ditch. Law enforcement were basically everywhere, it seemed like. And it took, usually when you drive from Wadena to Anoka, it'll take like hour and let's see. I'll look. Let's see. I'll go look in Google Maps. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. It takes about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's, yeah, you're right about that. Where I live now, Mankato, we don't get as much snow or icy roads. We don't, as you do up there. Yeah, it don't snow nearly as much, but it does have its cold days. Yeah. Then those hills are kind of murder too. Especially go up Madison Avenue and up by the college. So those hills are steep. I would even climb up and down those hills in the winter unless I have to. Yeah, hills are like this. Yeah, I did a YouTube video a while. I think I was going up and down the hill in Madison Avenue. Oh, little Will. Hey, all right. Yeah, yeah. Say, Bigby, since you live out, since you live out close to Wadena, have you ever have any snow? Because we don't have any snow down here. I haven't. I suppose I could look and think Google, but so because usually, yeah, Little Will and Dave. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just yeah, just say, just sometimes wish I could win this Minnesota Lotto America. Oh, you can talk amongst yourselves. That's fine, Dave. You can talk amongst yourselves. No law against that. Oh, poll. Oh, I forgot about the poll. Oh, okay. Oops. Okay. Oh, oops. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, there's the poll. I forgot about that. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, very little snow. Yeah, we don't have any snow down here. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't really foggy where I was living in. No, no, not really foggy. It was kind of warm. Yeah, because with all the hills we have and stuff, probably, you know. Yeah, they finally finished that Highway 14 from Newell to Mankato. They were like 4 months late with the project. The ones that I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but that lateness of fixing that road was kind of a disappointment. But once that road was fixed, you can go down from Mankato to New Ulm and lickety split. Just and you could drive from New Ulm all the way past Rochester without stopping. Now, I'm sure down in the bigger states, you could drive for 8 hours and not go through a town. Yeah, or maybe go through some small town and have the gas pumps, and hopefully they have gas. Because don't have gas, you're out of luck. Yeah, or just think the early '70s. I remember the early '70s when the when the OPEC nation said we're not going to sell you gas. Should have seen those gas lines. Oh, and my father is flipping out. He had his was it a '70 Pontiac Catalina? That thing took more gas than I think took way more gas than the Grand Marquis, even though it had a 352 barrel V8. Yeah. Oh yeah, he really got mad. Yeah, he had no kind words for the people in the OPEC. See, call them those towel heads or whatever. Call them towel heads. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just weird. It's very little snow up there and zero snow down here. Yeah. Yep. Zero snow. Yep. Not a trace. Yeah. It's just weird amongst the two places where we live. Yeah. It's just weird. Yeah. Like I say, Big B, of all the parades I did up there, the best one was Vining, Minnesota. Boy, all those old cars, I couldn't get over it. A little town of 62 people. And boy, did they throw a parade. And I had good seats too. It was a line along of people. Then I found an area where it was pretty good. People were pretty nice. They stayed out of my way in Vining. They were pretty nice in Vining, Minnesota. They stayed out of my way. If you know anybody in Vining anyway, it might or might not. It's kind of out of the way. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Then let's see. Then yeah, me too. I'm just gonna have to look at each town like very carefully. Well, they yeah, just have to look at each town carefully and decide if it's worth it or not. Maybe I might do a parade in South Dakota or Iowa, depending on the circumstances. Yeah, so I say, hopefully gas don't go up to like what $4 a gallon again or something. Because when it's $4 a gallon, four times 19 gallons, well, 4 times 20 is 80, $76 to fill the gas tank. 19 times 4, $76. Oh, there is in Minnesota. They have Minnesota parades. They do give information in Minnesota, Dave, where the parades are. Yeah, they do give information in Minnesota. Yeah, I'll have to look around. Like in Iowa, so one year in Sauk Center, I was going to do that. The Sinclair Lewis parade. One year they canceled it. Yeah, they canceled the. And I went to the next one. I didn't have a good spot. And at the time, I did my Randy the Wild Horse thing. There's this cop. He was like 5'10", bald as Mr. Clean. He shook his head. Didn't like what I did. There was hardly any cops there, but everybody was nice. And you should have seen that cop in Sauk Center. He picked up the Keep Right sign, tossed it in the guy's yard. And I'm sitting there, what? I was too scared to film it. I was thinking of filming it, but I got too scared. Because what if I go through Sauk Center and he sees my video and, oh boy. He was kind of a big cop too, so I didn't film it. His word against mine in that one now, and the good folks at Sauk Center are going to stick up for him over me, so that's okay. No, but otherwise, he did a very good job in the law enforcement in Sauk Center. I kept everybody nice, Yeah, that's the time when I had that weird camera angle of cars going towards you and stuff, cars and cranes and stuff. Sauk Center. Oh, okay, you deleted it. Oh, SALKCENTER. Yeah, I didn't pronounce it good enough. Sorry about that. I don't make fun of people in towns, because most people in every town are nice people. Most people in every town are nice people. Yeah, you always have your bad people in every town. Can't help it. I mean, even the smallest towns of 20 people, you're going to get some idiot. Always do. Never fails. You got to stand up to the idiots. That's all you can do. Stand up to the idiots. Yeah, that's best. Yeah, it's best to do that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And speaking of Wadena, Minnesota, in downtown Wadena, they had a mixed martial arts training. They actually had a professional fighter train people in Wadena, Minnesota, a guy named Brock Larson. Yeah, he was like 3 wins and 3 losses in the UFC, which is impressive. But oh no, I never met and saw the guy or talked to him. I wouldn't do that because he'd probably say, "Get lost. I don't want to talk to you." You know, you're not in a circle. I'll just tell you get lost. That's fine. People. You can't get mad at people. You know, can't get mad. So you had somebody famous in Wadena teaching mixed martial arts, famous in the mixed martial arts world, where I follow, of course. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes you go to certain towns, you just have your famous athletes and stuff like that. It's just so weird. Sometimes in the smallest of towns, you get these athletes or entertainers who turn famous. It's just so weird. You notice those entertainers or athletes, they never go back to those very small towns. They never do. Oh, they'll come by once in a while and say hi, probably go hide. Other families, they'll of course shut up because, if I was that's trouble my father when he was alive. My father, he didn't know how to shut up. That's the problem. He'd have about half the town bug me all the time. Yeah. Ah, boy. I'm just, yeah, I'm really going in another time zone right now. It's just so weird. He's just going in another time zone and talking out of my head. You know, it's like that song by was it Little Anthony and the Imperials. Going out of my head. Oh, yeah, that's the song. Going out of my head. I like that song. It's from way back. Yeah, yeah. We never. I don't think we ever met each other. No, nope. We never met each other. Never have. Nope. The only person I ever met that talked in the YouTube comments, besides my interviewed guest in Louisiana, ex best friend of mine. Um, I talked to Ivor. I know that. I talked to him once out in Walmart in Wadena, a guy named Ivor. Yeah. But other than that, I don't really meet anybody else. It's just weird, you know. When you live in Mankato, nobody cares about YouTube. It seems like it's just so weird. It's hard to get people together and, excuse me, think of some things to do. In the old YouTube, there were sometimes people get together and do the goofiest things, and sometimes I thought it was funny. You don't see that too much anymore because Google and all that and other people. You didn't scare anybody, Dave. I have very few chatters, and who cares? 1, 2 chatters, 3 chatters, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I do this for a hobby. I've had almost 10,000 views on one video. I'm very happy. For me, like I say, Dave, 100 views per video makes me happy. That's why I go for 100. 100 is my favorite number. $100. 100 is bullseye when person shoots darts. 100 miles an hour in a vehicle, that's fast. I like the number 100. That's my favorite number. 100. Yep. Yep. The number 100. Yeah. Yeah, that's that's my favorite number, 100. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, sometimes in YouTube videos too, I've looked at today's professional wrestling. I think the wrestling is terrible and the acting is worse. It's terrible now. It's just so weird. It's just then you look at the old time wrestling, it's kind of convincing they're real. They were better actors back then. It's just weird. Well, of course, back then, professional wrestling, this is weird. Professional wrestling paid more money than other professional sports. Because Vern Gagne, when he was playing for the Chicago Bears trying out, George Halas said, Okay, Vern, you got a choice. You can play football or you can waste your time in professional wrestling. And in professional wrestling, you're not going to make any money or something like that. He says, I know you're going to go to football. And then Vern thought to himself, nope. He went to wrestling, made a lot more money. Yep. Plus he was like well known for many years too, you know. I'm sure Vern probably played softball and softball leagues and stuff like that for fun. And I'm sure he could hit a couple of home runs too. He was strong enough, and yeah, Wahoo McDaniel, the famous ex wrestler, he played for like 8 years in the NFL and wrestled, but he was making more money wrestling, so he quit football. Yeah, he could have played a couple, 2, 3 more years easy, but they had the expansion teams and stuff like that, and yeah, there you go. Vern, it's Ernest. It was spelled Verne, and his real name was Laverne. But yeah, it was just so weird back then. But as time went by, though, professional sports and other ones were making more money, you know, and they were beating professional wrestling. Nowadays, they're really beating professional wrestling. There's like very few wrestlers that do make a lot of money. Most wrestlers in the bottom, unlike professional sports teams, professional wrestlers, they got to pay their own hotel rooms, they got to pay their own food, they got to pay their own vehicles, they got to pay their own parking ramps if they want to drive around and park in the parking ramp. Some do and some don't. There's some wrestlers that may have to take a Greyhound bus or something. Who knows? But in professional sports like the team sports, they pay for everything. I think UFC pays for everything. Yeah, UFC they do pay for everything, and some other mixed martial arts sports. But in the minor leagues though, a lot of times they're gonna have to share hotel rooms with other people, and you get someone that'll snore, someone else steal your food, or someone that'll make a mess in the bathroom. Some guy doing this in the toilet seat. You get all kinds of people. You just never know who you meet. You get people with their weirdest habits. You know, yeah, you get people with the weirdest habits. But I mean, yeah, unless you know the person real well, yeah, unless you know the person real well. Oh yeah, I remember ex-friend Brian Howell's late mother. We used to go to Brian's house, and his mother would say, "You guys, it's plenty comfortable. You can sleep on the floor, and the floor is like a hardwood floor." I'm sitting there, the heck with that. I'll sleep on the chair. I just sleep on the chair like this with no pillow. It's just so weird. I could never get my guests to sleep on the floor. Let's just pretend like, say I had a couple that came to my house. Okay? I'd say, you can sleep on my bed. I'll sleep on my reclining chair I got from my mother when she died. I'll sleep on the reclining chair with my guest. Especially if it's like a couple, they can sleep on my bed. Because when your guests come over, you want your guests to feel comfortable. Hopefully they're okay. Like I say, you got to know people real well first before you invite them to your house. You got to know people real well. Make sure they don't, steal things like, just like, for example, there's people that'll steal 2 pennies. People rub together, leave 2 cents. They take it. Goodbye. I knew people like that. I knew people like that before. They'll steal a nickel off your table. I knew people like that. It's despicable people. Yeah. Yeah, got to be careful who you invite. Oh, okay. There's one guy I know that's a very honest man, independent. We're not friends per se. I don't know if he talked to me anymore. Okay, but it's artswords.com collectors militia, a guy named Billy Rano. There's a very honest man. I could give him a suitcase full of $100 bills. There's like $10,000 in an open suitcase. They say, Bill, you walk around town with it to kind of hide it. Come back, let's see the same amount of money. It'd be exactly the same. That's how honest of a man a guy named Bill Rano is. Yeah, he's that honest. I could testify to that. Yeah, and those art stores and collectors militia, they're all real stuff. He don't sell nothing fake. He sells nothing fake. He's as real as real. He's been in business. Let's see, 27 years. Yeah, he's on his Billy. Yeah, basically. Yeah, one time I was at what was it? His graduation party. Yeah, he had like a few friends from high school. One of them was a guy. Was it Mike Hawcom? And another guy. I didn't know his name. Hawcom was like 6'7" wide as the door. This other guy's 6'5". He was pretty big himself. I thought to myself, yeah, they remind me of WCW skyscrapers. Migmark Callis and Dangerous Dan Spivey. I didn't have Sid Vicious because Sid Vicious was later, but let's see, Mean Mark Callis could beat up Sid Vicious easy because Mean Mark Calloway, the Undertaker, he's actually tough. Oh, hey there, Artsy Protsy. Artsy Protsy. You showed up to my small chat. I'm so honored, Artsy Protsy. I'm honored to see Artsy Protsy. I'm honored. No, seriously, Dave. He's been on a lot more shows than I have, and he shows up in my small, piddly little ass YouTube channel. Or did you leave already, Artsy? Maybe he said hello and left. Sometimes they'll do that. That's all right. Real cool guy. Real cool guy. Yeah, he's a cool man. Yeah. If I had a nephew, he could be my nephew. Oh, baloney, Hartsy. No. No, I'm the honored one, Hartsy. I'm honored. You've been on more big time shows than I have, Hartsy Protsy. You've been on more big time shows than I have. I'm just a clown on YouTube. I'm just a clown that says my Wild Horse fans are champions, which they are. They are champions. There you go. Yep, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you're my champions. And Hartsy, I paid $4.80 for this belt at Walmart. Regular $30-something. I got it for like $4.80. I think this looks better than the WWE belt, in my opinion. Look at it. This actually looks like a belt. And WWE's a W on it. Yeah. And this with wrestlers, I paid $1 for it at a thrift shop. Yeah, it's kind of corny, but not bad. You know? So Hartsy Protsy is the big champion. There you go, Hearts. You're the big champion. Okay. And I'm the little champion. Oh, no, you wild horse. No. I'm being. You're welcome, Hartsy. You're welcome. And just think, at a thrift shop, I paid $1 for this. This is back in the 60s. It works accurate. My parents had something like this. I don't know if, I think my brother Kenny, when he was alive, my mentally disabled brother, I think one day he got real mad. He just threw it on the floor and it broke. Because sometimes my brother, my mentally disabled brother, when he was alive, he got mad. Sometimes he'll throw stuff on the floor and break it. Yeah, but he had limited mental capacity, you know. Yeah, and if you take away his dessert, he'll just cry his eyes. All right, Ken, no ice cream. He'll just cry in his room. He'll just cry for hours if you don't get his ice cream. Yeah, because he had limited mental capacity, my brother. Yeah, but he was a cool guy. Loved his rides. You have to give him at least 300 miles of a car ride. Anything. Yeah, yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, it is very tough. He was born. See, he was actually born Hartsy because, no doubt. See, I know I've said this I don't know if you know. I know I told Dave. See, before my brother Kenny was born, my mother was doing laundry in a house on 8th Street. Okay, it was a house built in the 1860s, and those stairs are like very narrow. See, sometimes Heartsy, you go to towns in North Carolina, you go to small towns, you see these buildings in the 1880s, 70s stuff. Sometimes those stairs are like very narrow. They're very narrow stairs. Some people on purpose will hire carpenters to build the very narrow stairs like the original. There's carpenters that'll do that as long as you pay them big money. And they'll just have them sign a paper. If anything happens to the stairs, I'm not responsible. They'll cover their tracks. Carpenters will cover their tracks. It all depends on the states, though. Some states will go against the carpenters. Some will go for the carpenters if a certain contract is signed with certain words. Depends. Isn't that weird? It depends on the states in the United States. It does. It depends on the states. It's true. Yeah. Depends on the states. Yeah. It's just weird. It's weird how it works. It's weird how it works. Yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. I remember North Carolina. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. My sister actually lives out there too. Yeah. She's the one that taught me about media stuff, Artsy. She told me she was in college. She got a bachelor's degree in public speaking, and my sister Karen used to say, something, Rand, nobody's interested in my degree. And I thought to myself, well, I'm interested. She taught me so much. She told me never to take your audience for granted. Yeah, in Kinston, yeah. Yeah, my sister, she lives out in the country somewhere, on country land, and they built their own house. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, see what male and female. Okay. Let's see. 5 votes, 4 male, 1 female. Okay, cool. I'm getting six in the chat room. 6 people in the chat room. It's a party. 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 Party. It's a party. It's a party. Let's celebrate the party tonight. Okay. Yeah. If you're still here, Hearts, hey, Eric Brown. No, that's not WWE belts. No. This is AEW. All alternative wrestling belts. No, WWE has the W on it. Yeah, it has the W. Okay. And this is just some belt I picked with little wrestlers at the thrift shop in Detroit Lakes. Yeah, a thrift shop in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. That's right. I can't think of it offhand. It's a popular thing. No, I just, to be honest with you, I'm a mixed martial arts fan because mixed martial arts, in my opinion, is real. And yeah, it's too bad Bellator had to be sold to PFL. And I don't know what's going on with Bellator and PFL. I wish they'd get some matches going. I don't know what's up with them. I don't know what's up. Yeah, I don't know. I like Bellator, but a lot of people didn't. So what can you do? What can you do? Sometimes you like certain things on TV and it disappears. Oh, well, what can I do? I have different tastes than other people. What can I do? Sometimes I have tastes that I like and most of the crowd don't like. What can I do? Hey, it's the majority that's the most important. See, people got to understand that. Too many people on YouTube are like this, Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because time's up, guys. There you go. Yeah. Well, tonight, everything should be all right. Yeah. Tonight, everything should be all right. Yeah. Oh, yes. I forgot something. Get this. I got this at a car wash free in Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. You want to see something? This is cool and it's free. Can you see that? I hope. This is free in Sleepy Eye in the car wash. Isn't that weird? Look at this. Isn't this unbelievable? This was free. Oh, Heartsy, you should get one of these, ladies. Yeah. It was so weird. I was washing my car. I saw this free. No more than 2 per person. I took 1, of course. You got to be kind to the business people. See, there's too many greedy people. They'll take 2, 3, 4. You're greedy. Always respect the business person, okay? My dad used to own Cyrus Red Owl in Cyrus, Minnesota, and people took advantage of my father. So always be kind to the business. Oh, yeah, you have a girlfriend. All right, Heartsy, yay. But one of those of you lonely guys. Yeah. Yeah, it could be. Ooh, wow. I'm going to keep this calendar as long as I live. Free calendar. I was going to use this in my YouTube video in the future. Oh, darn. Oh, well. Or maybe I still will for the heck of it. Who knows? I'll just have to get in my mood, to do that. Yep. Look at this. Big Splash Car Wash from Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. What do you think of that calendar, huh? Free. Free. No more than 2 per customer. It was weird. A filing cabinet? Oh, so I can lock stuff in it. Lock personal papers. I like locking things. That's the way I am. I like to lock things. And it came with a key. I paid $10 for it at a thrift shop. I had to grab it. $10 is a good deal. This is better than any filing cabinet you can get at the box stores. And this is an actual office cabinet from probably the 80s or 70s. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that stuff in the 70s and 80s, they're built a lot stronger. Oh, I mean, look at this. I paid $1 for this. This is back in the 60s. It's probably as old as I am. Look at this. Works perfect. My parents had one just like this, but my brother Kenny, he took that and threw it on the floor. He was mad. I think he was mad because he wasn't going to get a ride in the car. See, my very, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. And this is a calendar from Wadena, Minnesota. They usually mail it in your mailbox, and they ask for donations to the Wadena Fire Department. But I didn't ask for it. See, they'd be smarter if they save paper and put it in the grocery stores. Take calendar for a donation. Look at this calendar. This is what it looks like. Does this want you to donate money? Man, I'm stuck in. Which one is my favorite? Oh my goodness. To be honest, all of them. No, but that was an impressive calendar for free. Yeah, it's just weird. That's actually a free calendar. I got it at the car wash in Sleepy Eye. No more than 2 per customer. But I only take 1 because you have to care about the business owner. That's who I am. You have to care about the business owner. If I don't know if that one, see, I'm going to look back. See, Big B. I don't know if Big B, maybe Big B isn't still in the room, but if you're still in the room, yeah, I could explain about this auto garage in Wadena. That's great, but you have to make an advanced appointment, of course. Very advanced, because sometimes he's up to a week. and he's probably the highest priced mechanic in Wadena County, but he's well worth it. Yeah. Oh, and I just work in the temporary employment service, calling for jobs, and sometimes my family will help me out a little bit every once in a while with some cash, because you see, for many years I was taking care of my mother, and I couldn't really do anything. And then when you on your own looking around, it's tough. Sometimes you get a lot of work and sometimes you don't. That's how the temp service works. And I wash dishes, which stinks, but I got to do something. I can't do those factory jobs. I can't do jobs where you're breathing styrofoam like you did at Styrotech. Oh, no, have mercy. You should have seen Styrotech. They had a mask about this, probably smaller than this. How small was that mask? You know what? I'm going to cut out one of my pieces of paper. This is my old YouTube stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm going to show you how small that mask was one time at Styrotech. Yeah, I don't want driving jobs. Then you got to drive in the winter time, and I hate driving in the winter because I might hit somebody. And see, also they won't hire me because I'm on YouTube, and this. See, without this, I've lost a lot of memory now. I mean, I some of my memory went away when I couldn't breathe at the time because I was high on lack of sleep. And when a person can't breathe, they lose brain cells. And I've lost some brain cells, I can tell. But I'm trying to use my brain the best I can so I don't get Alzheimer's like Mama did, like my mother. I don't want to get Alzheimer's. Forget it. I don't want to be here. Forget that. I've seen it. I've seen it, and I don't want to see it again. I've seen it every day. I never wish that on my friends, even my half friends. Okay, enemies, that's different. Enemies that stole, enemies that did bad things to innocent people, they can have it, yeah. But good, honest folks like us, no, we don't need it. No. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't really pay attention to professional wrestling anymore. I mostly watch the old-time wrestling where they used to wrestle a lot harder. I told Dave about that match between, was it King Kong Brody and Coco Lewis and Al Snow, and Brody kicked Lewis in the nose and broke his nose. He actually broke his nose kicking him. Yeah, he broke his nose. Yeah, I did see Chris Jericho. Yes, I saw him in okay, I'll answer your question. When I went to the WCW in 1996, he was in a dark match. He was actually in a match they didn't televise. He went against beautiful Bobby Eaton. They had him win the match, but they had Eaton do a lot of moves too, because a lot of guys do agree with Bobby Eaton. Hey man, we'll give you a lot of moves. You're a cool guy. Bobby Eaton say, okay, but I'll still lose. That's cool. I don't care, he says. I've saved enough money in my life. My wife lives frugal like I do. We knew each other since we were children, and we were both dirt poor, and we watch her money. He was like that, Bobby Eaton, Yeah, he watched his money very carefully. Oh, my favorite tag teams in wrestling from the old days. I liked a lot of them. Let's see, I like the Road Warriors. Yeah, they were something else. And I heard about Road Warrior Hawk, the guy Bill Rano I mentioned about earlier. His sister dated Hawk at one time, Road Warrior Hawk. And I mean, I never met Hawk in person. I only watched him on TV. But what I've told about people that met Hawk, they all say the same thing. Don't make him mad. He said he gets mad easy. And when he's mad, everybody's scared. A guy like Hawk at 6'5" and 6'6" and pick up a guy over his head. I wouldn't want to make him mad. No way. Oh, those guys are strong. Animal was probably physically stronger. He picked up heavier guys over his head, but Hawk in too. Yeah. Oh, and there's one guy very strong. There's this one WCW match between, what was it, Nature Boy Ric Flair and Terry Bam Gordy. Gordy picked up Flair like this, tossed him, and Flair went zoom. I thought, and he can get up from that? Oh, jeez. You can break necks if you don't fall right. You can have your neck broken. Yeah, Gordy picked, and Gordy's like 6'6". He was strong. He picked men over his head. Yeah. Yeah, he picked up Flair like over his head, just like this, and tossed him across the ring. And how Flair ever gets up from that, I don't know. Flair's a tough man. He took a lot of punishment. That guy could, and he does that thing where Flair runs and does that flip. Most wrestlers would break their necks if they tried that. Yeah, most. But then when he was younger, he could do that flip thing. Yeah. Flair had endurance. He can go 45 minutes an hour. Yeah, that's amazing. Oh yeah, it was some guy. So in matches against like some real big guys, they'll have like some real big guy kind of dominating. They actually hit each other, did pretty hard at times, and Flair did too. Sometimes they had a good time beating each other up. This is weird. And they said about the Road Warriors at the time, a lot of jobber teams, they refused to go. Not me, man. I don't want to go against Rock Animal. They're crazy. Others like the Mulkey Boys, they went against them like 4 times. They were crazy. And they're still walking around talking. Yeah, these Mulkey guys are these skinny dudes. They were tough guys. In an oil wrestling match, as long as it's comedy stuff, yeah. As long as it isn't real, I do the comedy thing, yeah. You know. Oh yeah, I like to do something like David McLean. We did like that professional world women of wrestling. I thought they should have got like more skilled women wrestlers and stuff like that, and that'd be fun playing a heel manager. That'd be fun as hell. I'd rather be a heel. That's more fun, you know. Yeah, you can like you make agreements with the wrestlers beforehand. You don't talk about their mother and stuff, which I never would. I respect their mothers and fathers and all that. None of that, and make agreements together and what to say, and agree to it, and you can get the fans like against you. Because if a heel gets a fans against them a lot, they make a lot of money. Yeah, heels do. That's how weird it works. Yeah, heels get a lot of money because you used to have to go watch your back when you go outside. Dave, please don't beg for likes on my channel. Let the fans decide. If they want to dislike my videos, I don't care. Who cares, Dave? Dave, who cares? Who cares? I don't care if people dislike me. Who cares? I've been disliked so many times it isn't funny. In Osseo High School, I had the dumbest nickname of all time, Gorgie. Do you know what that means? Do you know what Gorgie means? I don't, and I still don't. I even looked up Gorgie and Googled it. It doesn't mean anything. That was the dumbest name. Those clowns in the class of 82. Because I showed you that, you saw that video and I showed it to you, Dave, that class of 82. Wasn't that video terrible? Okay, do me a favor. Okay, Dave. I want you to dislike that video, okay? Anything else, your class of 82, dislike all of them, please, okay? There you go. Dislike it. I want everybody to dislike it. Dislike, and I mean it. Because I get algorithms growing if you dislike it. The algorithms grow. I know that. See, that's why I want the dislike button. Okay. Yeah, but it has to be, I mean, I don't want to do it if it's like real matches. No. Because if it was like real matches, and say if I disqualified some lady for whatever and she didn't like it, what if I meet her out someplace and she calls me names or starts a fight? Maybe one of her friends might start a fight. Who knows? It's got to be totally comedy. Yeah. I wouldn't want to do it in real life. No. Because a lot of those ladies, they're tough. They beat me up. They beat me up in more ways than one. And they're tough. Those lady oil wrestlers are actually tough. They do practice in gyms and stuff like that to keep in shape, in case something happens out in the street. Yeah, they practice how to fight, so they protect themselves out in the street. Yeah. So if you referee those matches, Dave, those ladies will never be my friend. It's got to be fake, Dave. Fake, Dave. Fake. It's got to be fake, Dave. Then I have a chance. Peanut. I'll show you how small a chance I have. I want to show you, Dave. I'm gonna give you some education, Dave. A small chance of getting a mud wrestler, even oil wrestler, even if it's fake. That's about as much a chance as I got. This little peanut. It's half a peanut. I'll give it a half a peanut chance, Dave. Half a peanut chance. They want the younger, stronger guys usually, Dave. It's the way it is. Nothing I can do about it, Dave. It's the way it is, Hardly any ladies come on my YouTube channel, Dave, and that's the way it is. There's nothing I can do about it, and I don't care, Dave. I don't care because I'm here to give people good times, Dave, if I can. You're something else, Dave. You're funny. You ought to be in comedy, Dave. You ought to be in comedy. Seriously. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should see a video when Brian and I were at Rousey's Market. Yeah, he was kind of mad at me. And we were making fun of each other. We were actually making fun of each other. Yeah, Brian wasn't very happy with me on that day going to Rousey's. He wasn't I just rolled. I just rolled with it. Yeah, we had our banters in public sometimes. Yeah, it's too bad Brian didn't get a YouTube channel. I think he would have done fine. I think he would have probably got about 600-700 subscribers probably by now. But Brian thought every video should be viral, so he said, forget it. That's the way it is. You want everything video to be viral. And I told him it doesn't work that way. Who cares? I'm here to have fun, I told him. But okay. Brian doesn't really want to do YouTube channels. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, starting back then, it was kind of easier than it is now. Now it's very hard. Yeah. You got to kind of learn more of the stuff yourself, Yeah, you got to learn more of the stuff yourself. Because that's the way it is in the YouTube biz. You got to kind of learn stuff yourself. Yeah, that's what I used to learn. Yeah, let's see. I got one person in the room. Thanks. Thank you for sticking with me, the one person. Let's see. Most of the people have left. Most of the people have left, so that's all right. Who cares? I wouldn't care if I was talking to myself and answering myself. Who cares? Who cares? All I'm concerned about, I want to get that little over $1 million so I can find some nice place to live. Either probably, who knows, maybe Colorado or Montana for me. Yeah. Well, just like in McLeod, in that little town, they had, it's called it like Twin Forks. Actually, in the old days in Hollywood, they actually did towns in Colorado, They actually did, a lot of times like McLeod, they'd come in, the directors and stuff like that. They'll find some real small towns similar to Twin Forks. Hey, man, how'd you like us to do your town? Yeah, we'll give you town credit in the newspaper. Tourists will build. Yeah, man. All right, McLeod. Yeah, then tourism would grow a lot. Oh yeah. Oh, that episode was just so funny. That one in McLeod, Twin Forks, Colorado. They got that guy, Claude Atkins. Yeah, he's one of my favorite actors. He acted like an incompetent sheriff. Yeah, he means well, but he's kind of incompetent. He still wins the election for sheriff again. That was funny. Then the New York Police Department just lets him tell a bunch of BS about the slight helmet when they actually did all the work. That was funny. They just let him roll with it because they just figure, oh, we're cops in New York, and you're cops in Twin Forks. Who cares? I don't like that. Yeah, no doubt. It was just funny. The other episode was just funny as heck. Did you did you ever see McLeod with Dennis Weaver, Dave? Did you ever watch McLeod? Because that detective show is actually pretty funny. Yeah. Well, see, for okay, they what's it? Of course, there's. Oh, okay, yeah, it's just an old time show back in the '70s. I know Simeon Jimmy loves to talk about Columbo, but they had a series on NBC. They like Columbo, McLeod, and something else. That was always popular. That was about the most popular show on NBC. They rotated Columbo, McLeod. I think it was like McMillan and Wife. They had enough ratings to stick around for a while, but McMillan and Wife wasn't as successful as I think Columbo was probably the most successful. Then McLeod was second. Yeah, did it with Dennis Weaver. Yeah, that was a funny show. Yeah, in my opinion. If you don't like those old shows, I understand. You have a lot of those old cars on there. I like watching old cars when they drive real fast and stuff like that, especially like the Rockford Files. They actually used oh, get this, for the late '70s car, that Esprit. Inside that engine was actually a Formula 500, like totally souped up. That's the way James Gardner wanted it. He made maximum horsepower. And get this, James Gardner, he did all his own stunts too, all his own. Most actors wouldn't do the stunts. He did. Yeah. Oh, I like the Rockford Files better because I like James Gardner's driving. It's funny. He's just great. A lot of people used to copy him in high school. I will go do a Rockford. Yeah, because Rockford was always firing up the tires in his vehicles when he chases them. Those chase scenes are just funny. They like wreck cars and stuff like that. Yeah. A lot of times in those detective shows, it's just funny in the '70s. They make the main character like he's like the only intelligent person in the police department and stuff like that. Those others are still working there, but they're not exactly friends, but they've socialized. They'll socialize. They're like they're friends, kind of, yeah, something like that. Yeah. I just feel so great. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Evian spring water. Okay. See, that actually, Dave, is for my Brita water cooler when I clean it. every couple of months when I put a new filter in. You know, you got to like let it let it dry. It takes like a day or two, you know, and I wait for it to drip dry. So for the evening spring water, that'll like last me 2 3 days, and by then it'll be dry and I'll use the Brita again. But oh no, if I had it my way, Dave, you know, if I had it my way, I'd drink this every day. But yeah, I'd buy a lot more of that if I won that $1,000,000. I drink Evian spring water every day. Of course I would. I like Evian spring water. That's my favorite water. That's my favorite because it comes from France. Yeah, it comes from France where it's dripping out of this mountain, you know, and they're very strict on water regulations in France. Way more in the United States. Way more. So United States, you know, it's like more industrious than France. So they got to kind of make deals, you know, it's got to have this and that. Yeah, it's the way it is, you know. I mean, United States has way more population and way more industry of all kinds. And well, that's true, Dave. But like I say, I know I could complain about too much air pollution from vehicles, but one thing I always remember, a guy named Dwayne McLaughlin drove my mother to the hospital, get this, in a car with me, with like when she was in labor with me. Now, if that would have been in the horse and buggy days, I wouldn't be here. Because hospitals back then, there were far fewer. And horses, sometimes, Dave, it's weird with horses. Okay, horses are mostly obedient. Well, what if your horses are stubborn or something and don't want to ride? Then try to get your neighbor's horse. Maybe your neighbor may or may not help you, you know. And if your neighbor helps you with that horse and saves your child's life, they might expect help from you for life or something. Well, I would, but you know, of course, I would in some ways, but you know, yeah. It's like my friend Mike saved my life. My friend Mike, the guy I talk to sometimes on the phone, yeah, he saved my life. I used to go to his house and back, and I couldn't hardly drive because of my sleep sickness. He let me stay overnight, and yeah, even when I took aspirin, I could only sleep like 2 hours a night, and that was it. It was weird. I couldn't sleep more than an hour. Sometimes I didn't sleep at all. I'm like this. It was just weird. One time I had to pull over in Fairfax, Minnesota. With my lack of sleep, I was like floating around. Here comes a cop from Fairfax. I took off. I waved at the cop from Fairfax. I thought, oh, with all that stuff, I hope he didn't pay attention. I'm like this. And he didn't. Because if he would have caught me and I said, oh, yeah, he could have gave me a ticket for like unattentive driving or something. Who knows? Some towns will do that. Yeah. For unattentive driving, some towns and some cops will do that. Yeah. You know, say driver safety, you know, got to remember they focus on driver safety in law enforcement, you know, in which in that regard, they are right, you know, because being an attentive driver, when I was driving towards Regal, I accidentally hit that deer, that doe deer. She was like on the road. I'm like this. At first, I was like going 45 because the roads are very dark and my headlights weren't very good. And here's my brother. He was saying, like, couldn't you drive faster? I go 55 and there's a deer. Whoops. I looked at it. It just appeared out of nowhere. Boom. And then I said, did you? Somebody said, I hit a deer. Oh. I don't know if he was sleeping or I don't know, but I tell you, it was just weird. Oh yeah, I don't drive it. If I can help it, I don't drive at night anymore. I'd rather drive in the day. I love daytime driving better, where the sun is shining. If it wasn't a convertible, that'd be oh yeah. If I had that lottery of $1,000,000, oh, I'd get a convertible. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I'd get a convertible. I love convertibles. Yeah, it was the first time in my life I actually hit a deer. Yeah. Let's see, I've hit a couple of birds like a couple of times, like with my Oldsmobile. I've accidentally hit butterflies. I didn't mean to. I tried to slow down. I hit a raccoon once. I had this 86 Caprice. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see, this is 86 Caprice. Here's the raccoon. I was coming up to the raccoon. Raccoon was running like this. I was going way on the left side. Raccoon runs underneath my tire. I thought, what's up? Yeah, I was trying to avoid the hitting the raccoon. Raccoon ran underneath my tire and it hit my car. It was weird. I thought, what? This is weird. I think the raccoon must have got into a fight with another one. I think it was running away from the aggressor, you know. And see, that's the way wild animals think. They're in competition, you know. Wild animals are totally in competition. It's just weird how it works in the wild animal world. Have you ever seen what lions do? You'd flip. They're weird animals, lions. They're weird. Yeah. And you ever see how Komodo dragons take care of wild pigs? It's just weird. Yeah, wildlife is weird. Yeah. But about the deer, that doe deer was just standing on the road. I just hit it. I didn't even pay attention. Usually I'd slow down or swerve. But then I had to be careful. I had to slam on my brakes too hard because I was afraid my brother might say, "Do you slam on your brakes too hard? You effing idiot," or something like that. And I thought, oh yeah, because I don't want to argue with my brother. My brother's a cool guy, you know. He's a cool guy, so that's all right. He drives a lot better than I do, though. No, when it comes to driving, my brother is 10 times better driver because when I took my driver's test, I get like a 71. He get like 89, 90 on a driver's test. Way better than me. Yep, 90 in driving. Yeah. Yeah, about 90. Yeah, my brother's driving my car too. And I couldn't, yeah. He was saying, you know something, Rand, you're bad. You're driving so bad, you better let me drive. I said, okay, little brother, I want him to drive anyway. Because I was driving slow. And he says, you're just going all over the place. He drove a lot better, actually. He says, you know something, Rand? He says, yeah, the seat's stuck. And he says, my toe can barely touch the gas pedal. It was weird because I'm a lot taller than my brother, you know. But now with the Grand Marquis, see, I don't fool around with seats anymore. Where I leave it way back, stays way back in the exact spot. Yep, always learn. Because if that breaks down, because the seat thing's to the side of the door, Ford will charge a fortune. So I better be cool with that. Be cool. Only roll down windows if you have to. Yeah. But the window should last probably longer than seats, of course, because seats is a lot more stressful with humans sitting in it like me, a big guy. Yeah, my Park Avenue. Well, the seats are just wearing out because I was like real big. And I don't know. The Park Avenue had a great engine, but the interior was just weak. That's about the weakest interior of all vehicles I ever had. Yeah, but the engine was great. That engine could have probably lasted 300,000-400,000 miles. But yeah, well, with my relatives, you know, then that time when I went to Chuck Speed's with Kathy, drove from Mankato, and it was weird. I made it there somehow, and then my sister said, yeah, dealer, he drove away from Mankato. He's like, huh? Like this? Dealer's like this? Huh? She said, oh, that's my brother for you. My brother, he takes, I said, oh, sister, I take dumb risks. I know that. She says, yes, you do, Rand. You got to learn not to take stupid risks. Yes. Which is true. But that Park Avenue's engine was just outstanding. But some of the parts are like really weak. Yeah, and I've read about the Grand Marquis. The parts are real strong. And yeah, I love driving the Grand Marquis. Oh, yeah. Yeah, to me, that car, I'd say in a race between that and the 70 Buick LeSabre, I'd say give it a run for its money, but I'd say the LeSabre would probably beat it, I'd say by about half a car. I'd say the LeSabre would probably beat it by half a car at least, or more. Because with a 352 barrel, you put in that premium leaded in that 70 Buick LeSabre, that car moved. That car moved like nobody's business with that 352 barrel, even though the Buick, was more of a brick when it was built. Oh, but that LeSabre, I love that 1970 LeSabre. Oh, that car was tough. Yeah, you can just, let's say if you have hundreds of those little foreign cars, say lying around a big town, say like for about 2 miles, I bet with my 70 Buick LeSabre, I bet I could smash many, many, many cars before that car would die. But if I backed up, I'd really have fun. Or if you used a 70 Cadillac. Oh, yeah, I remember. My friend Brian, ex-friend actually, his mother owned a 72 Grand Marquis lined up with a. Okay, I'll talk to Mike about that. Okay. I'll talk to him. We'll see what he says. He does have an electric vehicle, but he might not let me show it on YouTube. And I got to respect Mike for that. Mike's a cool man. He saved my life, He saved my life. But if he says no, no is the answer. Mike and I made some agreements on stuff like that. He saved my life. He says no on certain things. I have to take a no answer. I'll find someone else. I'll compare it with my nephew Reed's Tesla. I'll put that side by side. How about my nephew Reed's Tesla? I'll talk to Reed. He'll probably do it. Yeah, he loves to clown on YouTube once in a while. Yes, Mike is a good guy. But the only thing he let me film is this cat Wendy. Yeah, she is a little entertainer. I like to catch her outside sometime when she's hunting and stuff. Mike says she's very funny when she hunts. Yeah, she'll hunt for mice and stuff like that. Mike says, oh, she's a very good mouser. She's only every time she comes to inside my house. Yeah, she is. She is my star animal, actually. Frosty, the one we sneezed, he had more views. But, Wendy was second. Yeah, she beat all the Dexter videos. Yeah, she beat all the Dexter videos, and she beat all the ones with dog with black eye patches. She beat that too. And I thought the dog with black eye patches was pretty funny. Stella. Oh yeah. Well, these people will tell me, oh, dogs won't bite. Believe me, I wouldn't stick my finger in the yard with Stella. If she bites you, your hand would need stitches. Because Stella had that sharp teeth, you can tell. Yeah, we got along, I guess, okay. But as long as I keep the lawnmower out of the yard till she goes in, she'll give you a distance and she'll kind of leave you alone, But sometimes the neighbors will let her in while I'm mowing my lawn. The neighbor would say, oh, we just let Stella in so you can mow your lawn. I said, yeah, thanks. I just don't like to see Stella in a bad mood. And they'd say, yeah, she's a witch. That's what the neighbor would say about Stella. She's a witch. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. We weren't friends as my next door neighbor to Stella, but they were okay. They minded their own business. They mostly kept the family stuff, but they were cool otherwise, though. They respected my yard. They respected their yard. Yeah, we respected each other's yards. That one yo-yo didn't respect my yard. But oh well, I don't have to see him anymore. Out of sight, out of mind. Just another person in a distant past. Let's see. Oh, okay. Benito Mussolini. Let's see. The Kaiser, Germany in World War I. Let's see. Lenin when he first was the leader of Russia. I think I'm just like them. Not at all. There you go. I think of people like that. Yeah, I liked Wendy. Yeah, Wendy's a real cool cat. Yeah, very entertaining. Now, Michael, I'll try to get more of Wendy somehow when I go to Mike's. Michael, let me video Wendy as cat. That's fine. But I'll have to keep him. See, when I did that video with Wendy, there was actually 10 minutes of video I had Eddie out about 9 minutes because he told me take me out of videos when I'm talking and take me out of the videos if you see my full face. He says go down about as low as my legs, and that's it. Yeah, I had to give part leg shots. I explained to him. Nobody. He says, yeah, okay. I had him not talking at all because that's what he wanted. See, I had to make deals with him. That's fine. I try to make the video as good as I can. If I try to make them as good as I can. I got to respect people that own animals. He pays a lot of money for cat food. Yeah, he buys the regular cat food. Cat food costs a lot of money. Oh yeah, and his other cat, Molly, she's one with one eye. She doesn't do much. Maybe I'll video her, but she's going to mostly sit around though. She mostly just sits around up on a cat thing and that's it. Maybe I can do a short one because she doesn't do much. She can't. I guess Mike says when she's outside, sometimes she hunts, but that's Wendy. She loves to hunt. Wendy's more the hunter. Yeah, Wendy's more of a hunting cat. Molly, she just loves the food Mike buys for her. Sometimes I told Mike for tuna fish, hey, there's a trick for cats, for treats. Sometimes you buy tuna fish. A lot of people, they drain the water in the sink. I don't know. I give it to the cats because you pour it down and give it to the cats. The cats will go nuts and lick it. And it's good. It won't kill cats, no. Tuna from the store, strangely, will not kill cats. No, it's just weird. Samantha, for many years, sometimes we'd open the can of tuna. Mom, I say, Mom, don't waste it in the sink. Pour it for Sam. She'll lick it up. And she poured it for Sam, and Sam would just lick it dry, and Winnie would come, and they'd fight over it. Sam and Winnie would fight over the tuna liquid. Yeah, because to them, tuna liquid was like better than cat food to the cats. It was weird. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but if a person buys like Wild Planet, funny thing is you don't get any water from Wild Planet, but the tuna is always fresh. It's just weird, but you pay more money for it. Yeah, I like buying Wild Planet myself. It's just weird. No, my brother hated those cats. My brother hated those cats. And sometimes when Sam was like on the couch, he'd like grab her neck, pick her up, and say, Kenny, leave Sam alone. You don't go pick up. No. I say, you got to leave the cats alone. Cats don't understand, Kenny. See, Kenny didn't understand about the cats, See, we understood about cats. I'll just tell him, okay, well, withhold your ice cream. No ice cream and cake for you tonight. You can go to bed without it. He's crying in his room for hours. Then once in a while, we'll give it to him late at night. I said, well, you be nice, and you get your cake and ice cream, okay? Yeah, he'd say, yeah. Yeah, because he just loved that cake and ice cream. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he'd love all those cartoons like Pink Panther and Flintstones and Jetsons. I'd be the only one watching with them. The rest of the family never turned it on. I did. Well, I like those shows too. And I'd like talk in a funny way and he'd start laughing, especially when he had Gilligan's Island on. He'd hop up and, Oh, is Kenny's favorite ice cream? I think he liked anything like better than vanilla as long as it didn't have nuts. He'd sometimes pick out the nuts. He liked it without nuts. I'd say, Mom, Kenny always likes ice cream without nuts. Mom says, well, then, I guess your dad will have to buy vanilla. I said, Kenny will eat vanilla too. But he liked other flavors better because if you, like with Kenny, for example, hey, Kenny, which ice cream would you rather have, chocolate or vanilla? So there's one left for Kenny and I. Kenny's can always take like chocolate or strawberry or stuff like that. Oh yeah, he take the ones I always like. He'd always take those, and with vanilla, I wouldn't care. I take it anyway. But a lot of times, there's some my family members, like my father, he'll take his favorite, and he pours some for you. I always say thank you, Dad, because we didn't get treats very often with our dad. So thank you, Dad. Otherwise, you didn't thank him. Ungrateful. There you go. Let us have it with the old belt. So I was grateful. Thank you, Dad. Thank you for the ice cream. It's nice of you, Dad. Even though I'd rather have other flavors, he didn't say it. Because, hey, man, a lot of times he didn't have treats at all for a while. It was weird. Oh, you should have seen the meals my parents cooked. One time when my mom was in the hospital, my dad in a frying pan put all the leftovers in it. You name the leftovers, he probably put that in. Yeah, I did. I didn't care as long as I didn't eat the one with nuts. See, nuts are good for you, but I'd rather have nuts out of ice cream. I'd rather have nuts out of ice cream, and so does Kenny. But I'll eat the nuts. Sometimes when Kenny would knock out the nuts, I'd eat them, so that way my dad won't complain about wasting food or anything. I just tell Dad, "Oh, Dad, I like nuts. Ken doesn't. I'll eat the nuts, Dad. Okay." He's like, "Oh, okay." Even though I didn't like the nuts that much in ice cream, but I ate it anyway to please my father. So my father won't go and yell for half the day or the full day. Oh, you want to hear a new record one time? One time I was driving home, I think it was in my dad's Century. My dad complained from Fargo, North Dakota, all the way to New York Mills straight. I think he was even driving up the thing because I think I told my dad I'd rather live in Fargo instead of like Wadena. He says, I wouldn't. Then he started arguing, getting mad about it. He says, I don't know why you like these big towns and all that crime. I said, well, there's more to do, Dad. He go on and on while I'm driving. Then I was in New York Mills. I was going main road. I was over the stop sign. I didn't mean to. My dad was like this. I said, well, stop making me nervous, all right, so I could drive home. He was quiet for about 3 miles. Then he yelled from New York Mills to Wadena, and until I went to bed. Then he finally shut up and sleep. Hour later. That was my father, bad. He just had this temper. He'd go on for hours. It'd drive you nuts. But I didn't want to kill him, see? Actually, my dad was, buying himself a vehicle. I told him, he had a Century. I told him, I said, hey, you should get a vent truck or a van, with a trailer hitch. I mean, he had enough money to buy one, but he just loved that Park Avenue, had the no keyless Century, and he says, Randy, do you think because it was actually my father's car before he died, and technically I inherited 2 cars, okay, from my father, but I kept one because, yeah. See, I didn't want to keep 2 cars, so my mother gave her the Buick Century. Yeah, and I kept the Park Avenue because I asked my mother, okay, I said, Mom, we can't really insure 2 cars. It's a little too high. And it was nice, but it was kind of expensive. I said, you take your choice, Mom. I said, what do you want, the Park Avenue or the Century? Mom says, Daddy, can we keep the Park Avenue? It rides a lot more comfortable. And, the radio sounds a lot better when I listen to music. I said, okay. Sometimes I change the station, Mom's old-time music. Randy, please leave that in there. I said, sure. And I dance along with it because I like some of those songs in the old days. I actually like some of them because they're pretty catchy. I like some of those real old songs my mother liked. I mean, why not? Some of it I think is very good. Let's see. I like mid-'60s. I like Petulia Clark's Downtown. I like that one. I think that's a great song. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I used to like this group. Was it Aqua? Yeah, I used to like Aqua. But when Aqua was working with Ice Spice, I took Aqua off my YouTube playlist. I said, okay, want to hang around Ice Spice? I mean, they stay. And Aqua doesn't give 2 dangs about what I feel because they actually got more fans because of, hanging around with Ice Spice, actually. It's just weird. They got more fans. It's just weird. Yeah. Because Ice Spice has a lot more fans now than Aqua, for example. Just, it's one of those work together projects and make deals, Because Ice Spice is much bigger than Aqua. But I mean, I liked Aqua, but and in business with Ice Spice, I thought, okay, I'll just take them off the playlist. I'm just me. I like different things and different singers and stuff. I like Tom Petty. Yeah, he sang a song in the early 90s. Okay, thanks, Dave. Yeah, yeah, you know that song, Barbie Girl song, the one that lady sang. I think the video was actually pretty good in a stupid way. I think the video was actually funny, funny in a stupid way. You could tell that lady. You could tell those people had been around a lot of wild parties. You can tell, but they act like innocent people. They actually did pretty good, except for in spots. I can tell they're not innocent. I can tell, you know. But a lot of people can't, and they're cool in their own way. But I'm just no fan of Ice Spice, so I just okay. So I like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. For the old bands. Let's see. That song was popular for people who used to get stoned. Was it "Running with the Devil" by Van Halen and Jump and stuff? Almost all the stoners back then used to love that song. Might as well jump, jump. And get this. This will flip you out, Dave. This will really flip you out. Did you know David Lee Roth is actually a hired hand for Eddie Van Halen? He's actually a hired hand. So Eddie Van Halen is getting the pizzazzos, brother. Eddie Van Halen is getting the pizzazzos. He runs the band. Now Eddie's son runs the band. As inherited. Eddie Van Halen says, "I will my band to my son." Thanks, Dad. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, just see what happens. Some interesting things go on with Van Halen and their arguments sometimes. Sometimes musicians argue, they're kind of funny. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, was it John Lennon's song for Paul McCartney? Was it "How Do You Sleep"? Oh, I'm just surprised Paul McCartney isn't mad at him because Lennon just slammed him in that song, "How Do You Sleep?" Oh, you should hear some of the lyrics on there. They're just slamming him. Yeah, McCartney didn't argue about it. It was just weird. Yeah. It is weird. I think Lennon probably would have been bigger, but see, at the time, Lennon was political and McCartney was not until much later when, Paul McCartney supported PETA. Yeah. He's still big. And McCartney's still very big. He still draws a lot of people in concerts. Still does. If you can write off this Beatles name, I wish I was in his shoes so I could write off my own band's name too. Yeah, you can do that. I just think Ringo Starr's all-star band. Ringo runs the show and pays the other salary, and he got some good bands. Yes, I have. I did. I saw one with Paul McCartney. Yeah, he was talking about like fishing farms and stuff like that. This is what McCartney says. He was showing like how cruel they are. That inside it's all dirty and stuff like that. They didn't even say Paul McCartney's name. His name isn't even on the credits. It's just weird. You could tell it's McCartney because of the way he sounds. Yeah. Well, it's yeah, the thing is, it's just so much violence out there. I mean, PETA and the other side, they do violent things against each other. They have to stop that because they got to be careful in some areas because you know what I've noticed about that protesters? They do a lot less of that down south. I've heard about those southern law enforcement. I heard about the Louisiana Police Department. I've heard about them. When you get on Louisiana, better be nice. That's what I've heard. Better be nice. Yeah. Protests go down quickly in Louisiana. Yeah. And if they're not familiar with the area, a lot of those southern people are like familiar. They know about the alligator swamps. Some people throw people in alligators. Those crazy people in Louisiana, yeah. And everybody knows about alligators. You know, their favorite color is white because white just makes them act different. It's just weird how animals react to certain colors, just like the bull with the red cape. Animals react in strange ways. Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, there's one video I saw the chariot race one time. This one guy, he was riding the chariot with this horse. The horse just went bananas, went right in the crowd of people. The people swarmed. There was many injuries. That horse just ran right in through the wooden fence and just went into the crowd and basically attacked it. Yeah, the chariot horse. Yeah, that's scary, having a horse come up and attack you. Well, there was one time I was doing my horse videos on YouTube. I ran into one horse. I was talking to it nice. It got real mad. I said, take it easy. I was actually scared of that horse. I was lucky it was behind the thing, because if I was alone with a horse out in the horse pen, who knows what that horse will do. And if that horse kicks me, I'm in the hospital with back injuries, because that horse was big. And it was well exercised too. That horse was mad at me. You could tell. You could tell they exercised that horse often. Yeah. Had a bad temper too. It was weird. And I was just being nice to it. It was just so weird. Yeah. I like to talk to those horses on the stable. It's a stupid low view video. I know it stinks, but oh well. I like doing stupid videos. It's fun. I like doing stupid videos, talking to horses. That's what I do. Oh, the Osseo class of 1982 Facebook page. Yeah. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll come up with something kooky. Oh, sorry, Dave. I'm just kind of, oh, yeah, it's kind of tired. I think I'm gonna, I think I'll call this show. Thank all you for your views. Okay, I didn't have many subscribers tonight, but yeah, thank you. Okay, 62 likes, 38 dislike. Wait, oh, that's map. Um, okay, okay, let's see. 8 votes, 62 likes, 38 dislikes. So I'll call it 6 men and 2 females tonight. That's okay. And I'd like to thank all of you for stopping by. Heartsy Protsy pops in. And I have to bow to Heartsy Protsy because he's ahead of me, that modest guy. He's more talented than me, more handsome than me. I wish I could put myself in Heartsy Protsy because women would be falling out of my hands. But I'm an old man. Oh well, that's the way life is, my friends. Bye. Okay. You're too